Yeah. Where do I even start? I guess it's the wrap up of the Port Townsend trip. But it's also so much more than that. Haley and I put our first video out 2 years ago. And that started with one boat, Perihelion. And then we moved on to Dagon, the boat I had owned for years that I was in the middle of a restoration of. And then, out of nowhere, Thunderchild appeared in our lives. And that changed everything. Since we got Thunderchild, we sold Dagon. And very recently, Haley and I sold our shares in Perihelion, the boat that started our YouTube channel. And it worked out pretty great. She stays in the family. We sold her to our best friend, Simon. And what does this all mean in the end? Well, it means that Haley and I are now solely focused on Thunderchild. And it means that I have a couple extra bucks in my pocket to focus on doing YouTube for the duration of this entire winter, full time. And it means that we have clarity on what our goals are. Haley and I want to sail around the world. It's simple as that. But there's a lot of steps between here and there. The boat's not ready, we're not ready, and our financial situation is not ready. This first year with our new boat has been incredibly eye-opening and has informed Haley and I of not only what we want from our boat, but what we want out of life. So we're 100% focused on getting ourselves and our boat ready to go sailing anywhere in the world. But more on that in season 3. So looking back at the last 2 years, Haley and I realized that we partook in the restoration of 3 boats. Thunderchild as we speak, Perihelion, and Dagon. Not to mention the countless other boats I worked on for paid labor. And we've learned a lot in those 2 years. For example, we're spending this winter on land. That way we can take care of ourselves and stay healthier and happier through the winter while making huge strides in progress on our boat. We can't really live inside a construction zone. We currently have no galley inside the boat. Living on land during this period is literally a necessity. We couldn't do this without it. So, 2 years on, we now know what we need, and we know what the boat needs to be happy and functional. And we know we have the skills after these 2 years of messing around on boats. So, from here on out, the channel's going to be focused on winter restoration projects and getting a sailboat ready to go sailing offshore. As it turns out, this return trip from Port Townsend is actually the last time Haley and I took the boat out for pleasure. We immediately started organizing and preparing for all of the winter works we have ahead. The sails are off, the interior is gutted, and everything we own is off of the boat. This trip home was bittersweet. We kind of knew that this would be our last trip for a while, and that the real hard work was about to begin. but it's also the exciting stuff. We get to change up our living space, restore a beautiful old wooden boat, and plan for the biggest adventure of our lives. We've identified the challenges, and we're as ready as we'll ever be. But it's not going to be easy. But nothing good in life ever came easy. So sit back and get ready to watch Haley and I tackle this head first. But before that, we got to get home. We've got all of our important documents, and we're going to go check in at Canadian Customs. We'll let you guys know how it goes. If you guys are new here, welcome, and I hope you guys are just as excited for this crazy journey that Haley and I are about to embark on. The taste of cruising that we've had so far has us incredibly motivated to move forward.
We're home!
Yeah, we're fully checked in.
I'm always worried that my neck tattoo is going to cause a problem for me when I go across the border, but it hasn't.
Not at all. Yeah, they were very lovely.
I think they thought we were cooler. Watch the gap.
Mind the gap.
Super easy.
Yeah, just call in, give the info.
Highly recommend stopping here to check in if you are heading back from Port Townsend. Makes things really, really easy.
100%. Yeah, lovely time. And now we just make our way down to Long Harbor because we have a private dock again at RB's. See you guys in Long Harbor. One of the things that we're focused on improving right now is our general safety at sea. Haley has gotten her Transport Canada certifications for domestic vessel safety. She's also gotten her ham radio operator's course completed. And at this moment, she's booked in to do her ROCMC course, which is the commercial radio operator's license for VHF radio on the ocean. She also bought herself a ham radio and a brand new PFD. All good steps. Pretty good. Wing on wing with the foresails. Love it. We're now out of the sloppy current zone and we're just dealing with traffic, but there's not much right now. All the ferries have passed. It's great. We also recently became sponsored by Total Boat. So that means that all of our cosmetic and structural components will be done to the highest standard possible. So thank you very much to Total Boat for being willing to work with us. We're very excited about all of the renovations that we have in progress right now. Thunderchild is transforming before our very eyes. It's amazing to see. I can't wait to show you all. Heading back from this trip, it's very easy to feel a profound sense of satisfaction. We got to interact with so many delightful people, hang out, make beautiful memories, and prove to ourselves that we're on the right path. We're doing the right thing. We're doing exactly what we want to be doing. And because of that, I'm feeling profoundly grateful. Thank you everyone for taking the time to spend your time with us. Thanks for all the gifts. Thanks for all the support. Collectively, you have all set Haley and I on a path towards our dreams, and you've helped us prove that we're ready for it. Thank you. I appreciate you all so very much. This leg of the journey was interesting. We left a few hours early and motored very, very slowly up Trincomalee Channel towards home. We were in no rush because we were waiting for the tides to turn. So we had nothing better to do than go slow, relax, and appreciate that though this might be our last trip of the year, spring would be here again before too long.
Yeah, we're home! We made it! Woo! I'm actually happy to be home. All prepared to grab the horn. Empty your pockets.
Alright, we're back in Gabriola, and as Haley said when we came in, It's actually one of the most beautiful places we've been this entire trip. So really grateful to be back. No hiccups the whole way back. Awesome trip. And now we're flashing up the barbecue and we're gonna get some corn happening. As I mentioned before, Haley and I sold our shares in Perihelion to Simon. We're gonna go head over to his boat and finalize the deal and have a couple drinks.
So we just had a conversation about how Perihelion is going to move forward in her journey and also in like how we all contribute. And Simon has stepped up and he wants to buy us out, but also we want to sell our shares to Simon so he can move forward with that project independently, but with the help of our community.
Yes, yeah. We're all still in it. We're just not owners is the concept.
We finally nailed down, I mean, there's not really been much negotiation, honestly, because we're all on the same page. But we have locked down a deal. I have a lot of feelings right now. We've been talking about it for the last like almost a week now, and I've just been like gone through
roller coaster.
A lot. So to cheers us all going through a lot. I got some nice Bowmore.
If you can't go through a lot, you should
tie knots.
Drink a lot.
Drink a lot, yeah.
We got some nice scotch. A 12-year Bowmore from Ed for my birthday.
Oh,
we're cracking into it to celebrate the next chapter of our boats.
And yeah.
Life on the water.
Yeah. Water world.
This could be the huge launching point of massive things, or it could be a start of a lot of struggle. I don't know right now. And I have a lot of feelings. So, to the scotch.
God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors, Simon.
His straightest roads to his drunkest drivers.
Remember when I introduced myself in that first episode as a tattoo artist?
That's what she is. She's not a shipwright.
I'm a tattoo artist. I'm not a shipwright. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a plumber. I do great with epoxy and fiberglass, but like realistically, someone who has the ability to do all those things should be an owner of this boat.
Hey, my name's Simon and I don't know what I'm doing. But I have not known what I'm doing for 8 years this channel's been going. And
I think you know what you're doing now.
I know a little bit less than nothing, which is a good place to be. And I feel like I know enough to do Perry justice. Mm-hmm. And I also know enough to know I can't do two boats at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's been a valuable lesson to everyone
here. All of us.
Yeah.
Barry owned 3 boats at the start of, or at the end of last year.
It took all of his hair.
Where did it go?
All of his hair fell right out.
But Haley and I are fortunate in that we have a boat that if she didn't take such good care of us, maybe we wouldn't have such a commitment to this boat. But like, man, Thunderchild is really, really doing it for us.
No doubt that Perihelion has the same qualities as Thunderchild with the ability to take care of the operator. Of all the boats, like
I want to do right. Yeah, I do want to do right by Evan, and I want to do right by my followers and my viewers. But the truth is, my channel started in one van, then another van, then one motorcycle and another motorcycle, and I've been through a few boats too. So it's like my channel's not tied to this boat specifically.
To summarize, this is a big decision for Simon, and it shifts his focus from Old Dog, his Warham catamaran, to Perihelion, a Formosa 51, a boat that will be supremely offshore capable and will be a beautiful home that he can sail anywhere and share with his friends and family. I'm very excited for him. Oh my God, we got some excitement in the bay. Damn, dude. So clearly the mooring broke. Ooh-wee. So for a few weeks, life carried on as usual. Drama in the bay, friends coming by, and the focus for Haley, Simon, and I was to get our shops completely sorted out, get all of our tools lined up and ready, and start acting on all of the huge projects that lay in front of us. We have a huge restoration to do on Thunderchild, and Simon has a huge restoration to do on Perihelion. And you might recognize the passenger in Simon's boat from Sailing Sitka. His name is Jay and his partner's name is Kenna, and the two of them are sailing around on their Choili offshore 41, living the dream that Haley, Simon, and I are all fighting tooth and nail to achieve in our own lives. It makes me wonder what connective tissue there is in life, one that would lead us all to seek solace and comfort in the harshest of conditions out at sea, and talk at an audience of thousands of people on a camera. Connecting with like-minded people is absolutely the biggest perk of this lifestyle that we all choose to do. So the boat that was hard aground is now off of the rocks, and we are gonna go assist if we can. By the time we all got there, the boat was already off the rocks, but it didn't mean that we couldn't hang out and give a hand if necessary. Simon always makes himself available to almost anyone in the bay in distress. He has a good reputation around here for helping people out. Thankfully, the boat's hull remained fully intact. So from here, we just help them find a mooring ball and get tied up nice and safe. This is the big fear of leaving your boat unattended on a mooring ball. Maybe the line breaks. Maybe your boat washes up on the shores. And if it ever did, you'd be supremely thankful to have people like Simon and Jay around to lend a hand. This sense of community and supporting each other is one of the best parts about boating. And from here, we all head over to Perihelion because I think Simon is pretty excited and proud to show off his boat. And if you're new here, you'll see this boat has a lot of potential and a lot of charm.
There's a fucking washer in here.
Yeah, it's a washer-dryer combo.
So you're walking up the staircase, like nothing to grab. It's kind of sketchy. I'm just thinking about like.
Just a regular day at the shipyard, except for we have Jay from Sailing Sitka. Woo!
Nice.
Make sure, if you haven't checked out their channel, please do. It's fucking sweet. They're on a 41-foot boat, and their boat's currently in Mexico, but they're in BC right now. So, Kenna's at work, yeah?
Yeah, Kenna's at work. I gotta go pick her up here shortly.
Yeah.
I'm going back to work tomorrow again too. And yeah.
So there's a pitch happening where maybe we jump aboard Sitka while they're in, where would that be?
Cartagena.
Cartagena.
Colombia to
Oh,
Jamaica.
hell
and
yeah.
then Jamaica to Guatemala inside the Rio Dulce.
Let's make it happen.
We'll convert them to the fiberglass world.
Oh,
Now
we're
we
converted.
have wooden
You don't have to
masts, so
convince me.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy you have wooden masts.
we have wooden masts, so we're
Yeah.
a little crazy, but not as crazy as
Yeah.
Short visit, but
Yeah.
it was nice meeting you both. It was nice seeing the boats.
Thanks
Yeah.
for coming
And
all
Silva
the way out
Bay.
here. Yeah. Right?
Oh yeah, it's a
Only my
bit of
second
a
time on this island.
bit of a circus here, but we got
That's
it
cool.
figured out.
A
Yeah.
boat was on the ground.
Yeah, we fixed that, or we
Never-
helped.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah, never, literally never. Head over to their channel if you want to go find out what Jay got up to immediately after leaving Silva Bay. And on that note, other YouTubers, Maya and Aladino, showed back up in Silva Bay, and we got to wind down and close off the season with some drinks and delicious food. It wasn't even for me. Simon, you're so cruel. Thank you. You're so nice. Despite all of the good times, the laughing and the smiling and the joking, I think we could all sense the change in the air. This was hands down the best sailing season Haley or I ever experienced in our lives. And cruising down to Port Townsend and hanging out with Maya and Aladino and going sailing with them, all of this was some of the highlights of my life. And if we just put in a little bit more hard work and stick to it and complete all the tasks on our plate, we have more sailing ahead. Come spring, Haley and I are going to start exploring further north on the BC coast, possibly even sail around Vancouver Island before heading back down to the Port Townsend Wooden Boat Show next year. If we get everything ready in time, maybe we leave Port Townsend next time and start heading towards Mexico. If not, that's okay. We'll come back to Silva Bay and we'll continue our restoration, but not without a lovely sailing season in between. Also, today, January 10th, 2025, is my birthday. I'm 41 years old, so join us on our live this evening. Well, today is kind of the last hurrah. Yeah, we're really changing pace from adventure, entirely done for now, and we are getting the boat ready for offshore sailing for next year. So yeah, we're decommissioning the boat, getting everything cleaned up, tidied up, redone, that sort of thing. And yeah, basically this is the end of season 2 of Sailor Barry and Haley. So yeah, and Maya and Aladino are here and they're heading back to the boatyard. So yeah, tis the end of the season for everyone. As you can see, Aladino's getting ready. Yeah, this is truly the end of the season. It's the beginning of the end, right? Like, winter's coming. It's work time. You guys are getting back to work.
Yep.
You've got a huge project to get to work on. We're getting to work.
I've been working this whole time.
Haley's been working a job. And they're doing more work on Magic Carpet. So here goes.
Hangover episode.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in to Sailor Barry Season 2. Stay tuned for Season 3. See you guys around.
I'm not gonna see you for a year.
No.
I think it has restored my relationship with the boat quite considerably. I'm very excited about this boat now, which wasn't the case. And it was, yeah, I don't know. This coastline is pretty magical. I think that has a lot to do with it. This is where I fell in love with sailing initially, and it definitely was a coming home.
Amazing. Proud of you guys for getting it done.
Yeah, you know, it took some doing, but we got
Yeah,
there
and it's still
eventually.
going to take a little bit more doing.
I know, but I feel a lot more motivated about it now because I had really lost the why we were doing this. Of just like 4 years of boatyard was not
No, it's
good
about
for
this.
the spirits.
It's about this.
And now I have that reason back, and the boat has given me something in return. And so I think this winter is going to be a lot better.
Beautiful. Well, looking forward to watching your refit videos, part 2. Sad to see you guys go, but happy to have you while you're here.
It's been really nice to be here in Silva Bay. You guys have got a really lovely thing happening. It's always good to come into an anchorage and have friends. That is a good feeling.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well, bon voyage, safe travels. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't fall off
You
the
know,
boat.
we're probably going to do several things that you wouldn't do, Barry.
I think it's clear to see that we're all feeling the same kind of gratitude for what lays ahead for all of us. There's a lot of work to do for all of us, but all of that hard work is going to give us these beautiful boats that will be able to show us the world. Jay and Kenna have Sitka. Simon has Perihelion now. Haley and I have Thunderchild. Maya and Aladino have Magic Carpet too. A boat that in itself is a beautiful testament to what hard work and dedication can give you in your life. We're all in the same boat. We're all out here doing the same thing. Though our boats might look completely different and be made of completely different materials, the end result is the same. A dream that we cannot and will not turn our backs on. We can't stop now. We're too far down the path, and we've had too much of a taste of the good life. The script has been written. Now it's time for us to start turning the pages and seeing what's in store for us. thank you all for tuning in, and a big shout out to all of our patrons. Without you guys, we really wouldn't be able to do this. And as a bonus, if you'd like to hang out, Haley, Simon, and I will all be attending the Vancouver International Boat Show at the Creators booth. So come on by, hang out, and say hello. It would be an absolute pleasure to meet you. Let's make this year even better than the last.